Hi, this is Trish Gore with the Gore Group and Coldwell Banker coming to you from warm and sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. And today is November 3rd, and it's time to talk about the market update. There's been a lot of things happening, a lot of exciting things that we need to talk about. And also too, I'm sure if you've been watching the constant negative news, you will notice that some of those headlines are really intended to terrify instead of clarify. So let's get right to it and clarify a lot of things for you so you can understand what's going on in the national market and also right here super hyper locally in Arizona. So what we've got going on right now is a lot of talk about the end of the forbearance. And I have to tell you, just the end of forbearance is not the end of the seller's market. Okay, let's just get that out there right now. The reality is forbearance is not going to have really hardly any impact on the seller's market at all. Okay, so for buyers, the housing shortage is supply being as it is still in full swing. So there's online speculation that the end of the forbearance will be the source of a huge relief for home buyers and homeowners that need to sell. But you know what? That's not what we're seeing. So what we're seeing is the national number of mortgages in forbearance has declined 67% from a peak of 4.76 million in May of last year to 1.6 million as of September 28th, 2021. And what that means is that about at least 80% of homeowners have stayed in their homes after forbearance. That has a lot to do with how much equity most people have in their homes. So what that means is roughly about 600 properties have already been added to the national supply of homes for sale over the past year without causing any cause of home values to decline. So what we can expect is 20% of the 1.6 million remaining homeowners in forbearance to leave their home. That's roughly about 6,400 properties per state on average. So since the greater Phoenix area alone records roughly 11,000 to 14,000 closings per month, the number of properties exiting in forbearance may be enough to ease the lack of supply for just a little while. Like I'm talking a really short while, but probably not enough, definitely not enough to cause prices to decline. So for buyers, there's less competition right now. Good news. Also for buyers, rates are still historically low. I mean, low. It's like free money, these loans that you're getting there is so good. So it's good to be a buyer. Now, for you sellers, what we're seeing is the greater Phoenix housing market is cooling, but it is far from cold. To put the last past 6 months in perspective, from April 1st to October 1st, supply rose 92% from 3,591 to 6,883. So in that same time frame, listings under contract dropped 9% from 11,939 to 10,878. While a rise in supply combined with a decline of contracts in escrow indicated a cooling of the market, it's important to put in perspective a seasonal versus a non-seasonal point of view. Seasonally, it's normal for listings to drop between April and October. However, despite the most recent drop from 10,878 is still higher than the previous counts on October 1st from 2014 through 2019, which ranged between 8,100 and 9,800. So this places notably higher demand, even higher than the pre-pandemic seller markets. It's not seasonal for supply to rise between April and October. So a 93% increase is a notable shift. However, a count of 6,888 active listings is extremely low. In the last balanced market of 2014, the count on October 1st was 21,796 active listings. During the seller's markets from 2015 to 2019, what we saw is in October, supply is still 45% lower than the pre-pandemic 2019 seller market and 68% below the last balanced market of 2014. So what are the effects of this 6-month cooling period? Well, I will tell you they're very few, but here they are. So the days on market, they increased from 5 days on average to 11. The sales price to list price ratio, so what the house was listed at compared to what it actually sold at, decreased from 101.8% to 101.3%. And sales over asking price have decreased from 60% of all sales to about 47% of all sales. So in general, still half of all the homes that are on the market are still getting over list price. The median amount over list has decreased. Now, when I say median, we're talking about the $300,000 to $500,000 homes. If it's a higher price point than that, the number goes up considerably. But when we're talking about a median amount over list has decreased from 20,000 to 11,000. So they're still doing very well. So the good news there is it's still very good to be a seller. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I always love to be your resource for everything real estate. And of course, it's my favorite topic. But there's a lot of interesting things happening right now, and it's really super important that you get the correct information. Well, that's it for now. If you have any questions for me, I'm always here for you, and I always look forward to talking to you. Have a beautiful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.